What's up, G's? So, real quickly, I just wanted to talk about this Akira Toriyama situation. First and foremost, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Um, I guess I just real quickly wanted to talk about my experience with, his works, Dragon Ball Z, just the whole Dragon Ball series in general. Um, I just got done watching the Steve Doge and like half of the C-Rex uh Akira Toriyama death videos. Um I just real quick it just sort of like inspired me to talk about my experience. Um I'm not like I don't know, I'm kinda tearing up. Like it's difficult for me to like talk about this stuff without, cracking up a bit. So excuse me if I get a little uh, 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 damn, hold on. Excuse me, if I get quiet here and there. It just, it takes a lot out of me. I'm not like crying super hard or anything, but the eyes are dry, the throat's dry. I'm talking about this type of stuff, so yeah. I don't know if this is like the first video I've been like this vulnerable or whatever, but it's whatever. There'll probably be more in the future, so it's whatever. It's really difficult to talk about, what I want to talk about without just, I can't just say it. It's difficult. I mean, obviously, if you guys are looking at the screen, you guys can tell that uh, my desktop, my wallpaper is Dragon Ball. It's been like that for, I think, 4 years now. I can't exactly remember when I added this wallpaper, but I've had it for a while. I like it. Um, I just deleted like the the first take I did of this. It wasn't anything. I just like mispronounced Akira Toriyama's name a bit because it's kind of hard to say when throat's dry or whatever. So yeah, I mean, just like a lot of kids growing up, Dragon Ball Z, super inspirational. I mean, I don't think I know of one person that hasn't, you know. I don't think I know someone my age or around that hasn't had an experience with Dragon Ball Z before in any like capacity whatsoever. But yeah, um, I guess the first thing I want to share is that one of my earliest memories growing up was watching Dragon Ball GT, and I know that GT gets a lot of flack or whatever, but it was sort of like it was like the original Super. It was pretty much. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that that was like Akira Toriyama's like vision of the future. Like that's what he wanted 100%, and Super was just like the animation companies or whatever just like want to revive the franchise and take it in a different direction that Akira Toriyama wasn't like super into, but into enough. But I like GT. Um, I used to watch GT growing up a whole bunch on like I think it was on Nickelodeon, but I definitely watched it growing up, especially because and this part might get a little emotional, but uh, just give me like 30 seconds. Okay. So, oh, I can't. Some of you guys might know that, like, 7 years back, my cousin passed away, and he was a huge Dragon Ball fan. And when I was living with him, Dragon Ball would come on, Dragon Ball GT would come on a lot. So, growing up, me, him, and my brother, we're all we're all huge Dragon Ball fans. We played the games a whole bunch on like the PS2, Budokai 2, and Budokai Tenkaichi 3 being my favorite. And of course, I'll have videos of that. I mean, I already have the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 video, but I haven't made one on Budokai 2 or 3 yet, but I will eventually. I usually have an idea to play the original games with Ben. Um, and I'll get into that later into a video, but first I just want to finish my thought. But yeah, all three of us, me, my brother, my cousin, we really liked Dragon Ball Z growing up, and all the Dragon Ball shows and series. So, you know, having, Akira pass away, it's kind of like, it's just making me think of, those times that we spent together. And it just had me thinking, like, you know, shortly after he passed away, my friend Ben, who you guys might know, or should know by now. Um, Shortly after he passed away, Ben started getting into Dragon Ball Z because his big brother, one of his big brothers, had a Dragon Ball Z DVD collection, and he found that collection, and he had the idea. Because believe it or not, before that, Ben was actually like, he didn't like Dragon Ball Z. He actually didn't like Dragon Ball Z at all. He actually kind of disliked Dragon Ball Z, but eventually he got into it because he had the DVD set, so he started watching it. He really liked. He really liked it. Um, we even watched some episodes together when I stayed at his house every now and then, and that was cool. Um, I even forgot to mention before that. Um, my other cousin, my bigger cousin, who is my cousin's brother. Uh, he would watch like Dragon Ball Z abridged on like his computer a lot, and you know that's just such like a great project by Team 4 Star, and watched a little bit back then. I briefly knew about it. Eventually, when I got older, me and my brother watched it. We're probably too young to watch it, to be honest, but you know, our dad didn't really care. But basically, you know, we watched all of the Dragon Ball Z abridged stuff, as long as it took. Obviously, recently they had the boot bits, which was really cool, to finally finish off Z. Um, they'll probably never do Super, or GT or Dragon Ball, but that's fine. Um, for the past while, I guess, I don't know if it's been a few years or what, but I have been trying to watch like Dragon Ball all the way through. Um, to be completely honest, I haven't like been super like into the show, but like I want to. I really do. I want to watch all of basically every episode. I probably skip like the filler or whatever because Dragon Ball Z has a lot of filler. Um, and actually, my first initial idea was to just you know do watch all of Dragon Ball that I needed to. Excuse me. And then watch the Boo Saga of Z because um, Team 4 Star hadn't made the abridged of it yet. And I might still do that just because I didn't get like the full idea from the Boo bits, but oh, maybe I just have to rewatch the Boo bits, but maybe I'll watch that. Or maybe I'll even, get the idea from the games, but um after I do Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, eventually watch Dragon Ball Super and GT and um Daima when that comes out, you know, and people, shit on Daima already and it hasn't even came out, but it sucks that Akira wouldn't be able to see like his reaction or people's reaction to how Daima actually ends up being, whether it's good or bad. But I think now that Akira has passed away, people will appreciate it a lot more. Um, but what I was gonna get back into before about Ben was, like I said, it almost feels like Ben discovering Dragon Ball Z was almost like a reincarnation of my cousin's love for Dragon Ball Z. And when he passed away, there was even like a thing. If you know about the real life Trunks guy, I think him and some other cosplayers did like a memorial thing for my cousin, so that was cool. Um, I don't want to edit this video a whole bunch. I just want to, record it and put it out there for you guys. I would, put up pictures, but like I said, yeah. Dragon Ball as a whole has definitely been a huge part of my life and probably a huge part of every other boy my age. It has been a huge inspiration to a whole lot of people, even beyond my age or before my age, or that aren't a boy. Um, it's just cool that in this world we can like impact other people so heavily and so positively. And obviously, I want to have my mark on the world. That's what I try to do with these videos is share my experiences through like nostalgia and just, humor, my editing and all that. Believe it or not, I'm not a very funny person in real life, but I try to make up for it with the memes. So, you know, yeah, I don't really know what else more to say. Um, thank you guys for listening. If you are watching this and you are listening, um, I know at the beginning of this video might be a little tough to watch. I think it is important that sometimes we get to just share our emotions with others. It's really tough when stuff like this happens. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you guys for listening. Um, yeah, thank you guys for listening. Um, I guess sort of. I don't know. I'll tell you guys just because I guess it's relevant to the conversation, but I do have a Dragon Ball Z related video that I recorded a long time ago, along with the other ones on the gaming channel. Um, it's a Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Devolution video. If you know, you know. Um, I've been wanting to put it out there for a while now. I guess now feels pretty appropriate. have so many videos that I need to like get out. Obviously there's the Peacemaker video. I just recorded Outlast Trials. I want to get a video of that out tomorrow, hopefully, because yeah, about 8 a.m. tomorrow, March 8th. I'm sort of just rambling at this point about my future plans, but you know, I just want to get it out there, talk about this stuff for a bit. I think, like I said, eventually I'll have to record those Dragon Ball Z game videos with Ben. And that'll be fun. Because he's never actually experienced those games before, because he's actually like a relatively newer Dragon Ball Z fan. I mean, 7 years. It's not super new, but, he's newer than I am. Or anybody that close to me that is a Dragon Ball fan. So, yeah. Once again, thank you guys for listening. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace, my cousin. And everyone else that we know and love that has passed away along the way. And, love others. Show love to others. Family, friends, etc. And, yeah. Show people love. Show people respect. And, that's it. That's it for me. Peace.